give you a prompt that you guys can use when you are redoing your resume. For those of you all who like to use AI, ChatGPT, Claude, or whomever. First of all, I want you to do two things. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to either upload your current resume that you have, or you can copy and paste it into your bot, right? You're going to put in a prompt like so. Once you have your resume in there, you're going to say, I am searching for, I'll just use a business analyst, right? You can use whatever title it is you're looking for. You're going to say, I am searching for, or scratch that. You want to say, I am applying for a business analyst role at ABC Company. Take this resume and revise it as if I was a recruiter for ABC Company. Fill in any gaps, add any documentation necessary in order for this to come out a 10 for 10 on a rating scale. Something to that nature. What I'm finding is that a lot of times when you use these third party apps for resume revision, the information that it spits out is very generic. It's super generic, and a lot of times it'll repeat. Like, so you'll see words like collaborated 5 times in the resume, contributed 10 times in the resume. It's not really, it doesn't look like you really tailored it, right? You want to get away from that. So it will give you a response. And a lot of times, I've seen the responses be like brutally honest. You know, sometimes it'll just tell you, you don't have a skills match. You haven't quantified your resume. You're repeating yourself. The language is written poorly, right? These are the types of things that you need to be aware of. Um, Once you have that resume and you tailored it, right? Please don't just download it and upload it into another software. I still need y'all to read it. Okay, that's just common sense. It is still an AI, which means it's a robot. Okay? Make sure you are reading it. You're reading it, and I tell my clients this. Read your resume out loud. What does this sound like to you? When you're on a coaching session with me, first, I'll ask you a few questions and I'll just say, look, this is like a practice round. Just tell me the first thing that comes off your head. Okay? We'll write that down. Then I'll say, okay, after we've gotten all the questions, I'm going to ask you again and I want you to read what you said and actually listen to yourself. How does that sound? And then sometimes, you'll get, oh, well, I don't really like the way that sounds, or it sounds like I don't really know what I'm talking about, or it sounds like I'm not confident in my job role. Great. That's how I need you guys to think, okay? Because you have something called parsing, which is it'll take your resume, it'll just dump it, upload it. You still have to read it to make sure that, it's what you it's what you wanted to say. Um, Secondly, another thing you can do, right, is you have your resume, so you want to do it in reverse. So you want to say, hey, I'm a recruiter for, we'll use another example, CVS. I am recruiting for a claims analyst with 5 years of experience, high school diploma. They need to be able to have analytical skills. Um, they need to have worked QNext, and they need to be able to communicate. Give me a sample resume that I would look for um, that would meet the following requirements. Now, at that point, I want you to take the job description that you're going for, copy and paste it into the bot, and then hit enter, and it should give you a resume. Now, what you do is you take that resume and the resume you did previously, and you're going to look for any major differences, anything that stands out. And what you want to do is you want to use which one that sounds better to you. Okay? That's my tip for today. I told you guys I wasn't going to be on here long. I just like to give people options. Yes, of course, by all means, check my stand store out. Go ahead, get my DIY resume kit. Sign up for a one-on-one session. Right now, I'm running a sale on my one-on-one sessions. My one-on-one sessions are now 75% off. Anyone who is in this live, I need you to go ahead, reach out to me, send me an email, leave me a comment. That way I can give you your individualized code. Okay? But we are in we're in a different season right now. Okay? Usually at this time of the year, hiring pretty much slacks off. But I'm going to tell you guys, once the holidays really hit, like that week before Thanksgiving, shit's going to really shut down until about February. Now, I've, gotten jobs in the past, December, right before Christmas, January, right after the first of the year. That's not true for everybody, and that's not always the case. Okay? We know generally hiring season is between April and August, sometimes late September. Due to the current climate, that's not what we're seeing right now. Okay? And I don't know why this bee is stuck on my window. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that tip. Keep looking, keep your fillers out here. So that was my tip for that. And then also I wanted to let you guys know as well, I'm going to be making some additions to my stand store. So for those of you that are like, look, I'm looking for extra income, something that I can do on the side, I'm going to be sure to put that information in there, because I do have a digital marketing kit for you guys. I have over 7,000 products that you guys can make. You guys can start you various faceless YouTube channels that's making hella money. Okay, if you guys are interested in this, let me know. Come into the chat, leave me a comment below, and then I will be sure to post more information about that. But as always, let me know what you guys are looking for, what it is you want to know about. We all know about the shutdown right now, and people that are, have to rely on food stamps, they might not get them in November. There's outrage. Oh, well, it's Thanksgiving and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm always going to be honest and real with y'all on this channel. As a black woman, I could give a fuck about Thanksgiving Day. Okay? Why? Historically, it was a mess. It was a massacre. Nothing good came out of Thanksgiving other than the so-called conquerors or colonizers. Okay, so for those of you that celebrate, okay, fine. But for the rest of the world, we have bigger fish to fry than not having a fucking turkey to eat on the day that they call Thanksgiving. What y'all need to be concerned about is making sure your credit is together and taking advantage of the government being shut down. This is the perfect time to clear your credit. Why? Because a lot of these entities have either laid off people, let go people, and they're not processing things at the rate that they should have. When you make disputes, you have 30 days to get a response from the creditor. If they don't respond to you, then guess what happens? Just wanted to let you guys know. Always keep your head on a swivel out there. I'll be posting more. Be encouraged. Don't give up. All my information is linked in the bio. Make sure you get my resume kit. You can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. Or you can send me your resume. Let me know what position it is you're applying for, or if you have multiple types of positions. Let me know, and then I can send that resume back to you within 48 hours. Okay? Y'all have a good Sunday. I'll talk to you later. Peace.